Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. I just wanted to make a little video thanking everybody for, we're almost at, I think you can see here, we're almost at 50,000 subscribers, which is just ridiculous. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and being here and watching the videos. I figured kind of as a little celebration, you know, we would go back and kind of look at the top videos on the channel from the last 8 years. This top videos list has changed dramatically in the last month, which is wild. But so here we kind of have we have the channel. So maybe I can give a little bit of context for each one of these. If you're new to the channel, which statistically you are, if you're watching this, I can give a little context for each one of these videos as we go. So we'll start off with the most popular cover on the channel right here, Blink-182, Bored to Death. 4 years ago, this is right when this was the first single that was ever put out by Blink-182 without Tom in the band at all. So kind of everybody's mindset was, let's see if this Matt guy works out, blah, blah, blah. And I heard the song. I really liked it when I first heard it. And so I immediately, I think it was like maybe 1 to 2 days after the song dropped, I kind of stayed up all night. I had access to this recording studio at the time, and I just learned I learned the instrumentals note for note pretty much, or I tried to, and then I just did like my little Tom DeLonge accent over the Matt parts, and I was like, you know, it kind of satisfied my curiosity at least about what would this sound like if Tom was still in the band. So we'll give it a quick listen. I tried to do the Tom DeLonge pose there. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the exact same video as the original until you get to like I'm not coming. Did my little Tom DeLonge impression. Then in the second verse, I think. The drum part was the hardest thing to learn for this. And now looking back, I'm realizing just how kind of bored I look throughout the whole thing. This was 4 years ago. It was probably the middle of the night. I was probably very tired. I was unemployed, I think. Maybe I had just gotten a job. A full-time job, like I was freelancing before. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this video from a like a conceptual standpoint. I don't know. It feels a little clickbaity. It feels a little bit manipulative of the time, right? That it came out in, and you know, it did well. It got me a little bit of notoriety and clout. But and I think the thing I like now about it is just how faithful to the record I was able to get the instrumental, which is kind of my biggest achievement there, and the biggest compliment when people say it sounds just like the record. Obviously, it's not just like the record, but it's pretty close. So this video overall, I give it like a, I don't know, 7 out of 10. The concept is a little cringy, but execution is pretty good, I would say. So this is wild to me that the second most popular video on my channel is this Panic at the Square dance. 342,000 views. This started as a TikTok joke, and then I fleshed it out to a full song. What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. What a shame, poor groom's bride is a whore. I'll chime in with a haven't you people ever heard. It's crazy just how you know, this was kind of the pilot of this whole series that I'm doing now, I'm in the middle of. And it's crazy just how better I feel like I've gotten at this over the past month or two. This is a fine video. I really Love the arrangement. I think it's super original. And, I give this a 9 out of 10. I would say it's pretty good. I like the little commentary I added. I think it adds something. The visuals here are just kind of a way to get the song into video form. There's not really anything special going on here. This is back when I was using the old Epiphone. A little solo. I want to hit something. Nice. All this was like synced up. Like I was pretending to play and sing and do the solo and everything, and I just, because it was already pre-recorded. But yeah, okay. So there we go. 9 out of 10. Very nice. Then we got Love Story. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Panic at the Disco is higher than Love Story, but love this arrangement. Really. Really, really proud of the camera work on this one. I got these 3 angles that I just switch back and forth. And really the reason I do that is when I'm like lip syncing and everything, if I don't get exactly like I sang it on the record, then I'll just cut away from my voice or use a different take or something. So those 3 angles were just kind of to cover up the mistakes, the inconsistencies in my playing and singing. But really love this arrangement. 10 out of 10 video. Super proud of this one. It's number 3. Then number 4, somehow it has persevered throughout the years. The very, very first video I ever uploaded on this channel was a Taylor Swift song. This was filmed with a GoPro Hero 1 in my parents' house in my old bedroom. Super fisheye, wide angle. Still have the same bass, still have the same guitar. I still have that microphone somewhere. Same amp. This Jaguar I was borrowing from a friend. So is that the only guitar? Oh no, I had the SG in here. I didn't even have the Telecaster yet. That's right. Or did I? I don't know. Yeah, I used to be big into SGs. I had 2 different Epiphone SGs. One was white with a black pick guard, and then I had this red one with a black pick guard. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. What did I see? My hollow body in there too. I like this guitar, man. It needs some work right now. The electronics, one of the pots are like busted, but I still have this guitar and I use it, when I can, because I can only access the bridge pickup right now, But yeah, I mean, solid cover, solid arrangement.
Or never, ever getting back together like ever. I'm really gonna miss you picking fights.
I was super new to filming, right? I had filmed myself before doing covers, but like, I was trying to edit it all together and make it look cool, and it's kind of tough, to be honest, but I figured it out, and this is a fine video. I give it an 8 out of 10. Obviously, it's dated itself just from how it looks and how I look, and I didn't really know what I was doing in a lot of ways with recording. But it's been 8 years this month, 8 years since this video came out, which is it feels like way longer than that somehow. But, pretty neat video. I'm glad people connected with it. It kind of just gave me the motivation right out the gate to keep going. When your first video does pretty well, I remember getting like 250 views overnight, and I was like, okay, I see, like we got something going here. So yeah, 8 out of 10 on that one. Then we got I Miss You country cover. Really, really proud of my girlfriend and her harmonies on this. Super good. Let's see this.
Miss you. Sleep. I cannot dream tonight. I need some
anything Blink-182, man. I mean, you can kind of notice that I do a fair amount of Blink-182 stuff compared to every other band, just because it gets views. I mean, you got Blink-182 here, Blink-182 here, Blink-182 here, Blink-182 here, Blink-182 here. Just in the first 2 rows, like half of the videos are Blink related. But yeah, I mean, I love that cover. I give that a 10 out of 10. I'm super happy with how that turned out. I do want to address, there was a guy that did a country cover, I guess, kind of in the similar style. Secret Tree Fort was the channel name. I was not aware of that cover before I made mine. He's going for a completely different thing than I am here. You can tell, even if the titles are similar, that's about the only thing that's pretty similar between the 2 videos. He took it in a completely different direction, and obviously, you can have more than one person on an idea. I'm not trying to copyright ideas. The idea of genre bending songs has been around for decades and decades, especially pop punk into something else or something into pop punk. You know, it's all been done before, and there's room for everybody. That's all I'll say about that. Then this Closer. I'm really excited and proud that this one is still so far up in the top. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was done over like a holiday weekend. I think I had just gotten my Phantom drone, which is why I put this shot in here. And I was actually filming with the drone in my hands throughout the video. You can see it's kind of like this stabilized shot where I had us trade off on who was holding this drone in their hands just to get the stabilization part. Obviously, they make gimbals now and stuff for mobile devices and everything. It's a lot easier to use, but this was kind of my only way to get like a stabilized shot. I'm really proud of the visuals here. This one was like, we actually spent time on getting shots lined up, and I had camera operators as opposed to just putting something on a tripod. It was really, really cool to put this together. Mike and Pate killed it. They had some creative input on the arrangement. And yeah, I mean, this is just like a solid cover. I mean, I love the guitar parts. I love the syncopation and everything. It really just feels nice. It just came out really well. I think this is a 10 out of 10 video for sure. And I appreciate all the love on that. So next, if Blink-182 wrote Free Fallin'. This a couple years ago, I just had this idea, and again, it always starts with one. This was the first one I did, and then I did the Fall Out Boy one, and then I did, I think, a couple other ones, and then I kind of ran out of steam on that. Work gets in the way, and I'm starting to get busy again. And I think this was done kind of in the beginning of the year when the events industry is very slow. But if Blink wrote Free Fallin', I remember I had access to like this green screen that I just put up, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to like really get good with the green screen. So I was like, let's just intentionally make it shitty and grab like a stock photo with the watermark still on it, and just kind of see what we can put together here. And even, obviously the guys are switched. Mark's usually on stage right, and Tom's stage left. But I think the reason I had to do it this way is because I cut off the little part of the guitar here, so this had to be in this corner, right? Because if it was over on the other side, it would have just been like a line where I stepped out of frame. But solid little cover. I think it's funny.
She's a good girl, loves her mama. She loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't stray too far away from the chord progression and the melody of the original. Just kind of sped it up and put some palm mutes in there, and then did some little like idiosyncratic Tom and Mark things, and did like a Travis drum part. And I think it's a funny little meme. There's a lot of people on this series that are like, "Well, good thing they didn't write this because I like the original better." And it's like, okay, good for you, buddy. I'm glad your input is now here. You know, like it doesn't really matter. Well, you know, negative comments in general seem like, I don't know. You shouldn't be spending your time on things that you're not actively a fan of. But anyway, yeah, that one got some notoriety. A couple of publications online picked it up, and the whole series kind of took off. And that was actually a couple years ago. That was the first time I ever got a paycheck from YouTube. Like, because I never really tried to monetize most of my stuff before. Or when I did, it would get revenue sharing, and I wouldn't really see any of the profit. But this stuff was so transformative from any copyrighted material that I was able to like feel confident about monetizing it. And you know, it did okay. It had a decent amount of views, and I got like 100 or so bucks from all those videos. So that was nice. But yeah, we'll give that a, I don't know, 8 out of 10. I like that one a lot. Then we got In Too Deep. I'm really proud of this arrangement. Let's get it. This is when I started really digging into a lot more of the like actual country stuff, and not just doing chords on an acoustic guitar. Obviously, the first couple had a lot that went into them, a lot of love and care. But this one, I really started trying to go out of my comfort zone with parts, especially this little intro acoustic. I wanted to take that and transform that lead into a country style lead. And I think it works just perfect.
Faster we're falling, we're stopping and stalling, we're running in.
So yeah, I'm really proud of this arrangement, and you know, obviously it's doing pretty well, like, but it's not Blink-182 level, but it's you know, that's still a really popular song, and I'm glad I chose that one. That's one of my favorite songs. So we'll give that one a 9 out of 10. Then this kind of another Blink-182 meme post. If Blink-182 covered Jamie All Over, but Tom didn't practice, I got a lot of flack from a lot of things. Like, people were like, "You're." The main takeaway was your Mark impression's really good, which I guess means my Tom impression is okay. It's passable, right? It's not anything crazy, but you know, people were like, "Why did you merge into feeling this? Like, it doesn't make sense." And like, this is, I don't know. I had a couple comments that were just kind of like, again, negative comments. Shouldn't even pay attention. But a lot of people were really, like, this was received exceptionally well for some reason. Like, people were like, this really made me happy. I'm glad this exists now. And, you know, I thought it was fun. And when I wrote it, I was like, this is kind of funny and a novel idea. But I really had no idea it would turn into such a phenomenon. And you know, I would love to do another one if I can come up with a good enough concept to match this one. But yeah, it's crazy how people really love this cover, and I'm really proud of the kind of mashup of the two choruses at the end. I didn't even mean to sync up my movements there. I just, you know, as a performer, you have these kind of muscle memory things that you do when you are feeling the music. And so obviously if you film yourself twice and you're just kind of in the moment performing and feeling the music, it's probably going to end up looking pretty similar. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But so yeah, that one's good. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. Really like that one. Another Free Fallin'. I'm pretty proud of my Patrick Stump impression here. I won't click on this one, but if you haven't heard it, you can go listen to it. I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, I had a lot of his little, you know, the little low melodies that he throws in sometimes, and then all the runs and everything. I like that one. Now this one got a lot of flack, a lot of heat. Slipknot cover. People were like, again, negative comments. I'm going to stop talking about them eventually, but they were like, how dare you do this to this song? You're disrespecting, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of people were happy with this, and I'm very happy with it. Obviously, it is basically ripped from Jason Aldean, but I just heard that Dirt Road Anthem. I had to play it several years ago when I was in a cover band. We would play that song. It's so easy, and people love it when you go to these bars down here in the South. And you can't not play it. It's a good time filler. It's like 3 chords the entire time. So they got these rapping verses almost, and then I heard that Slipknot song recently, and I was like, I don't know, something clicked in my brain where I was like, okay, this sounds like a lot like the rapping verses in Dirt Road Anthem. So I just kind of took the Dirt Road Anthem instrumental. I punched it up quite a bit. It's not the same. So it's a different key, different drum part, some different leads thrown in there. Obviously, it's very similar, but it's not a carbon copy. And then I put duality lyrics over top, and it worked kind of well. And that one got some nice press from some different types of publications from the normal that I get. So it was really cool to kind of branch out there. So yeah, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll just do top 12 here. The first 2 rows we'll talk about. Then we got First Date. I've talked enough about the country stuff. I do want to touch on this Post Malone thing I did. I put together a whole cover EP of Post Malone songs done in pop punk style. And this one was the very last one that I wrote. I was saving it because I was like, let me get some of the harder ones out of the way, some of the ones I'm going to spend more time on. And then this one just kind of came together really quickly, and I really love how it sounds, like the syncopation of it. Really proud of those guitar parts. I spent a lot of time nailing those, getting them completely right. And so yeah, that one's really cool. I like that one. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot more here, but I won't go through everything right now. I just wanted to hop on here and say thanks again. 50,000 subscribers. We're gonna keep doing stuff and keep jamming, and hopefully we'll grab some more people along the way, and we can all hang out together. Subscribe if you haven't, obviously. And check out the Patreon if you want extra stuff. I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I'm doing a podcast where I break down all the sessions and everything. So all the Pro Tools sessions, that is. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I have a Facebook page. That's about it, I guess. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging with me, and we'll catch you next time. 50,000